Hello, welcome to Carnex. Today in the showroom we have a 2018 Mustang GT. This is the premium package. It's a 200 vehicle with no accidents and just a little over 16,000 kilometers on the dash. Let's take a quick walk around the outside and we'll take it out for a spin. First things first, let's look at the wheels. Of course, for tires, you have Pirelli P0s, very sticky tires, probably exactly what you need to keep you on the road and not the sidewalk. For brakes, you have 4-plug calipers and very big rotors. On this side of the vehicle, there is one tiny little imperfection right in the middle of the door. It's a very small stone chip, maybe half an inch across. Now let's check out the back. Now, despite this being a convertible, you still get a decent amount of room. As you can see, it's not very high, but it does go in fairly far. And of course, you always have a little bit of extra storage room here because you did not get a spare tire with this model. You do have a tire inflator kit and a tire patch kit, but that's about it. Of course, these are the trim pieces that cover the open hinges when the soft top is down. And those go right over here to give you a nice seamless look. Now, over on the passenger side, there is one more tiny little imperfection over on the passenger side mirror. As you can see, not sure if the camera will pick that up, but there is a tiny little scratch right on the edge of the mirror here. Now, aside from that, there's no more imperfections. The front has no stone chips, no scratches, nothing crazy going on. And before we head inside, I do want to mention that this does come equipped with keyless entry, which is a nice little feature. The way that works is you just have the key in your pocket, grab the handle, the car will unlock itself, and when you're walking away, just push this little indent and you're good to go. Now, one final feature is, of course, the soft top. I'm gonna show you the operation of that. Of course, the condition of the actual soft top as well. I don't believe there's any imperfections on it. The previous owner kept it in really good shape, and I'm pretty sure the car was always stored indoors. Gonna cut that in right now, and then we're gonna head inside and check out some of the features in there. Now, as you can see, the soft top is in very good condition. Of course, there is the rear glass with the defroster option, and there's no rips, tears, or any sort of scuffs on the top. Anyway, the stitching is in perfect condition. And there is virtually no color fade on it. Now let's head inside and check out some of the features in there. All right, moving on to the interior of the Mustang. Let's take a quick look at the dash. You have 16,097 kilometers on there. Of course, it's a fully digital dash, including the tachometer, which is pretty cool. Over on the right-hand side, you have the infotainment system. Of course, in terms of connectivity options, you're gonna have the standard AM, FM radio, Sirius XM, you have a CD player in there, and you can connect through Bluetooth and USB as well. Now, the one nice feature about this model is it actually comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Moving on down from there, you have the climate control system, and of course this is a dual climate control zone. So what that means is your passenger can actually adjust their temperature individually from the driver. And in here you also have the seat options. These are fully heated and air conditioned seats with 3 levels of options, which is pretty nice. Just below that, you have a few switches. One controls your traction control, one controls the steering feel. You can switch between comfort, sport, and track. And in here you have the mode select. In terms of modes, you're gonna have the normal mode, my mode, which you can fully customize, sport plus, track, drag strip, snow and wet, and back to normal. Of course, this car, coming with keyless entry, also has a push button start, just below that you have the USB port and a 12-volt charging port as well. In here you have your 2 cup holders and a nice little storage area with another USB port as well as a 12-volt charging port. Now looking over the back seats, as you can see, they do have a very nice leather finish. However, with the front seat moved all the way back, there is not much legroom. Of course, most people will not be sitting like that, so if you do move this up, you are going to have just a little bit of legroom. However, I would not advise putting anyone too tall back there. Looking over at the top here, of course you have the fully powered soft top, but over on the sun visor you will see these 3 buttons, and what those do, those are actually part of the HomeLink system, and you can actually link your garage doors to each individual button here, and that saves you having a huge bulky garage door opener on your sun visor. Now looking back at the steering wheel, on the right hand side of course you have the Bluetooth controls, and over on the left hand side you have the cruise control. Just to the left of the steering wheel you have the lane keep assist, and over here you have the fog lights and the headlight controls. Over on the door you're going to have the standard power windows, power locks, and power mirrors. However, there's one extra little feature on here. As you can see, there's these 3 numbered buttons, and those are part of the power seats. So these seats are fully powered, fully adjustable, including a power adjustable lumbar, and those are the memory options. So let's say you have a few different family members or maybe friends that want to drive your car but they prefer a different sitting position, you can actually save their sitting position and your sitting position to each of these individual buttons, and you can have it back when you're ready to drive with just the push of that one button. Now, one thing to mention about the mirrors, if you look out there, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there is a little icon in there that will light up yellow, and that's actually part of the blind spot monitoring system. Of course, the visibility in this car is great, especially with the top down. However, that's a nice little feature just to let you know at a glance that there is somebody in your blind spot and to not switch lanes into them. Now that pretty much sums up all of the neat little features in here. So let's go ahead and buckle up and take it out for a drive. Now we are going to take it to a slightly twisty road, which of course is not exactly where this car excels. This car excels in straight lines, gets you going really fast, but it may not be the best choice for a windy road. Nonetheless, it will let you see that the car is in perfect working order and that it's still absolutely a blast to drive no matter where you take it. Alright, there's the beginning of the windy road. Now, while we were waiting at the light, I did switch it into Sport Plus mode, which unleashes that nice naturally aspirated V8 exhaust sound, as I'm sure you'll be able to hear. Hopefully the wind is not too bad, so you'll be able to make out that really nice exhaust note. I am going to be keeping it a little bit higher in the revs, just so you're able to make that out. Feature about this car is it actually comes equipped with a heads-up display for the shift light. So I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's actually a bar of lights that appears in the windshield reflection, and it's a few green lights and a few red lights, and that lets you know the shifting point, kind of like an F1 car. It's a pretty cool feature, kind of fun to look at, and of course it's fully adjustable as well. A bit of the wind noise might be coming from the AC system. I do have it on. It's a very hot day out here, and One cool feature about this is somehow they engineered this so that despite having the top off and all the windows open, I'm still able to feel the cold wind from the AC, which is a little bit mind-blowing. Now we're gonna turn around, go down the same road. I'm just gonna keep quiet so you're able to hear that really nice sound of the V8. All right, heading back down the same road. Let's hear that beautiful V8. We go. Now, unfortunately, that road is nowhere near long enough or straight enough for me to unleash the full potential of this car. Of course, it is a 5-liter V8, giving you around, I believe, 460 horsepower and around 420 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm gonna cut in a sound clip of the exhaust note stationary at the higher RPMs, as it is a very nice sound that you don't really hear from a lot of the cars these days. And there we go. Now who doesn't like that? Absolutely amazing. Now, of course, despite all that, one of the best factors about this car is that despite it being a muscle car and giving you that much power and that much torque, you can still just use it as a touring car and pretty much a daily driver if you're okay with the mileage. Because around town and in traffic, it doesn't punish you at all for having that much power. Now there is a bridge here, so we're going to do a small little pull here. Gotta love muscle cars. But anyway, to continue the point is, despite all that, you're able to just completely cruise and relax in this vehicle. It's very comfortable. The leather has a nice feel to it. Of course, you have all the creature comforts, AC seats, very nice AC system. And if you're not feeling social, you can always just pop the top up in a matter of seconds. Now, that pretty much concludes our test drive. Of course, I might have missed some points, so do give us a visit at Carnex.ca. We'll have a full virtual reality tour on there of both the inside and the outside of the vehicle. And if you want to book yourself in for a test drive, which you should, give us a call, send us an email. We'd be happy to do that. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video. It helps us promote the sale and helps us bring you new inventory in the future. Thank you for watching.